Welcome to Arcane the Brewcast. I'm Jamie, your Arcane brewer.
I'm Jake, your Arcane engineer.
Thank you to Mom Rock for the use of their song Conversation in the intro. Guys, it's hot. Anyone who knows me knows I do not like the heat. I'm a shorts year-round kind of guy. And when I'm not sitting inside with the air conditioner directly blasting me in the face, I'm trying to stay cool by any means necessary.
And that means tepache.
But no, actually, lemonade. We're doing lemonade this time.
We're not doing tepache?
No.
I wore my pineapple shirt.
Oh, that's okay. That makes sense. That does make sense. That's next time. I wore a polo because we're doing the golf thing.
Why did we buy all the pineapples?
That's for next time. But yeah, golf. Because in the 60s, lemonade was revolutionized by one professional golfer. Today, we're going to be making an Arnold Palmer Skeeter Pee. First of all, let's acknowledge that term, Skeeter Pee. Attributed to Minnesotan homebrewer Lon DePop, Skeeter Pee is a homebrewing term for a lemon-flavored sugar wine. It's called Skeeter Pee because it's yellow, and it tastes best in the summer when it's muggy and the skeeters are biting. It's cheap, easy to make, and delicious. Even if you have no equipment at all, you can make Skeeter Pee.
Let's make a regular Skeeter Pee so you can see how it's supposed to go. Heat about 4 gallons of water to near boiling, then weigh out 7 pounds of sugar. Pour the sugar into the water and stir it up thoroughly until it's completely dissolved. Add at least a third of a cup of lemon juice. We'll be adding even more lemon juice later, but the purpose here is for the citric acid in the juice to catalyze a chemical reaction. Just like we did way back in the first episode, we're breaking down the disaccharide sucrose into a mix of the monosaccharides, glucose and fructose. Our gravity is a little shy of where we wanted it, and the water level in this pot is a little too high, so I remove a portion so I can add a little more sugar. After giving a little more time for that sugar to invert as well, I cool it all down and mix it all together in the carboy. It's also important to add yeast nutrient. There's not a lot in here to provide the yeast with a healthy diet, and it's also going to be fighting against the acidity and preservatives in the lemon juice. We top off with the rest of said lemon juice, then fully blend the mixture before checking the gravity. 1.071, right where it should be. I double pitch packets of D47. Whenever your yeast is going to have a difficult fermentation, you can make it a little easier on yourself by over-pitching.
Lemonade was likely invented in China because lemons are believed to have originated there. However, the first recorded lemon beverage was Qatar Mizat in 12th century Egypt. Qatar Mizat was made from lemons, water, and sugar, essentially lemonade. The Arnold Palmer was much more recent. Arnold Palmer was an American golfer who won 62 PGA Tour titles between 1955 and 1973. The drink that came to bear his name did so because it was his preferred beverage, at a ratio of 3 parts unsweetened tea to 1 part lemonade. Supposedly, a woman in a country club overheard his order and asked for the same. "I'll have that Arnold Palmer drink too." Despite not originally intending to name the drink after himself, Arizona Tea has used Mr. Palmer's image to market their half iced tea, half lemonade drink since 2001. Sometimes an alcoholic Arnold Palmer is called a John Daly, but there is a licensed Arnold Palmer spiked tea on the market. I'd like to try some of that. We'll have to get a can or two of those. We get the kettle heating with water. This time, we're going to be replacing some of our sugar and most of our lemon juice with this stuff: 4C lemonade and lemon tea drink mix. Each of these cans is enough to flavor 7 gallons of lemonade or iced tea on their own. So by combining them to make this 5-gallon batch, the flavor is going to get a little more intense. Of course, all of that sugar is going to ferment away, but we'll see if the acidity and tannins are overwhelming on their own after fermentation. Next, I weigh out 3 pounds of sugar. Instead of dumping it straight into the kettle and trying to stir all the way to the bottom, I'm going to try to mostly dissolve it before I pour it in. Then I add just one, much smaller bottle of lemon juice before stepping aside to let the sugars invert. After a half hour, the liquid is still pretty murky, but a gravity reading tells me we've got all the sugar we need. So, I cool it down, add yeast nutrient and energizer, and transfer it into a carboy. Finally, I pitch D47 yeast and call it a night. The Arnold Palmer will ferment a little stronger than the regular Skeeter Pee, but I also might end up diluting it a little if it's too intense. Alright, the Skeeter Peas are fermenting, and we'll be ready to drink those by the Jamboree. We've still got a fair amount of time left, so I thought we'd compare some of those spiked Arnold Palmers we tried. Specifically, Arnold Palmer Spiked, which was a pair up with Arizona and Hornell Brewing Company, and Loyal Lemonade's Lemonade and Black Tea, made by local brewing company Sons of Liberty. The Arnold Palmer Spiked is a little bit more clear than the Loyal Lemonade.
Yeah.
It's alright, very sweet tea, the Arnold Palmer Spiked. Much more tartness and lemonade to the Loyal Lemonade. I think I definitely like that one better.
I also have a preference, and it is also for Loyal.
Yeah, cool. This is good. I mean, it tastes like sweet tea. I'm from Virginia, lots of sweet tea. Never been a huge fan. I like lemonade more. But Arnold Palmer liked a more tea-heavy brew. So I'd say maybe if you really like sweet tea, maybe go with the Arnold Palmer Spiked. If you like lemonade, go with the Loyal Lemonade. Which makes sense, that's their brand.
Yeah.
Pretty good. Alright, so thank you to Mom Rock for the use of their song Conversation.
Like, comment, and subscribe. Ring that bell.
Ding.
Ring a ding ding.
I think that'll close it.
Hey, you know, we're pretty close to 100 subscribers.
We are pretty close.
So, maybe that'll be something.
Alright, I'm getting too warm. I gotta turn on the air conditioning. Fuck the audio.
Tabachi!
Da, da, da.